what can we do to reverse an out of balance or imbalanced Kundalini awakening that is beyond our cutting edge, beyond that which we can handle at the moment, especially when it has come about without us being prepared for it and with a nervous system that cannot handle that kind of energy. Now, if we look back at the Patanjali Sutras, the Patanjali Sutras came up with 8 limbs, then yoga, right? So yoga is to get into that state of union. The 8 limbs were yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. I will be doing posts on this and showing you how this is available to you wherever you are in every culture. One simply needs to understand all of these things and see how they all exist, whether we want to call it dhyana, which is concentration, dharana, which is basically surrendering and meditating, right? Asana, which is your posture, yamas and niyamas are conduct, right? So conscious living, what we are doing now, what happens if your Kundalini has awakened and none of these things have been in place, or some of them have, but unbeknownst to you, it is something that happened. Maybe you're not even aware of this culturally, at least not the terms, because remember, it is not something that's available to only people who are aware of this or who know. This is something that exists in every one of us. Yeah. Now, what happens when you don't know and you've got this and it's taken your life out of control and you don't know what to do and you're seeking guidance and assistance, right? And then you come across someone or something that seems like maybe this is it because of the symptoms that you are experiencing. And so many of the symptoms will be like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis. There are so many things out there that will probably fit into the syndromes as opposed to anything where any sort of medical tests will show up. Now, with the Kundalini syndrome, we then retrace the steps into these 8 limbs. Okay, so not samadhi, not dharana, not even dhyana, right? We go right back to the yamas, we go to the niyamas, we go to the asana, and we go to the pranayam. We will talk about pratyahara as well at some point. So we go back to our diet. We go back to our mind, healing the mind. We go back to asana, which is our postures, our how we are stretching our body. Are we in motion? Are we sitting a lot? Are we standing a lot? Are we sat at a computer? What are we doing to engage every limb of our body? Are we stretching it enough? For example, Pilates, right? It doesn't even have to be any yogic postures, but asana means posture. It doesn't have to be that you're going to a yoga class or that you have to be doing the downward dog or to be doing your Surya Kriyas or any of those things. No. But as it is, when you go through a Kundalini awakening, right, your body will want to curl itself in certain postures. Your body will want to maybe come into a baby pose and you don't know that that is a baby pose. Maybe you'll want to be in the fetal position. Maybe you'll want to be stretching yourself into a downward dog. Maybe you'll be doing a sun salutation without even knowing that that's actually what you are doing, right? Either way, you'll find yourself either doing these things or wanting to do these things. So in order for us to treat an imbalance is to basically retrace that had we had our proper training, proper in inverted commas, because in a way we are already properly trained, but that's another post, another day. For us, our concern is how do we strengthen our nervous system so that we can withstand this, right, awakening and see it through. And for other ones is, if it is a case of I don't want to get through this awakening and I just want to shut it out, I want it to go back down again, we retrace our steps, we strengthen our nervous system. So either way, the key is to strengthen our nervous system, which we can do through asana, we can do through pranayama. So apart from that, the yamas and the niyamas, which we will talk about at some point. So the asana, which is basically, go through any yoga book or go through, you can search it, you can even contact me directly and I can suggest certain postures depending on where you feel your discomfort. But generally, when you want to bring it down, you focus on postures that are very, very physical and less meditative. Yet there are those postures that are meditative, which is why I said let's leave the samadhi part, dharana and dhyana part out of it right now, because we want to rebalance, we want to get our nervous system back to par. So we focus on asana and pranayama, which is your breathing. Before you get into any breathing type, right, focus on how you're breathing right now. Do the short exercise of see how you're breathing, right? You can drop me a message and I can then suggest a breathing to you. Otherwise, to balance it, you simply do right, left, right nostril breathing. So when you're starting, breathe in through your left, breathe out through your right, breathe in through your right, breathe out through your left. Then vice versa. So you will breathe in through your right, breathe out through your left, breathe in through your left, breathe out through your right. So you spend 3 minutes doing one side, 3 minutes doing the other side, and you finish it off with simple, just sitting and just being aware of your breath. Okay? Do this 3 minutes and let me know how you feel. Otherwise, folks, we're on it. Yeah, and you take care of yourself. Lots and lots of love.